do a psychological thriller. My first idea is based on The Red Shoes by Hans Christian Andersen, and it's just basically about a girl that was really vain, and she got given these shoes that kind of took over her and she couldn't stop dancing, and then she had to have her feet chopped off, but I won't do that bit. It's too much. But I just want to show about being cursed and just possession, so that it fits in with the psychological thriller genre. I want to use Belton House because it's a really old and grand house, and in the fairy tale she lived with her really rich adopted mother, which is why she was so vain. I'm going to use my sisters to act because I'm on my own, so I need two girls, and they look really similar. So Josie's going to be her when she's younger, and May's going to be her when she's older, because they look similar. I'm going to use Grantham Cemetery because she needs to go to a graveyard, and that's close by to where Belton House is, so it works quite well, and it looks old, and a lot of their gravestones are on the floor, and at the end I want to have a shot where she's standing over it and then her feet stop moving. For the props I need to use red shoes because that's the key idea of it, and a tall mirror to show how much she's looking in it, to like show her vanity, which is what the fairy tale was about. For the costume, I either want to have old-fashioned clothes or something new, and I was thinking to wear a red coat, black tights and the red shoes, because then the coat and the shoes link together. The younger girl and the older girl need to have the same hair and makeup so that it's easily linked to who they are, because the camera will pan down her feet and back up and then she's older. That's just the story. And the second idea was to go to a church and just keep filming somebody sat at the back of the church and people going in and out and praying and things, and then keep flicking from that backwards and forwards from some police officers finding a murder, and as if they're sat at the back of the church like worrying about it and want to confess. And then at the end the priest walks back at the end of the church, and you just see that they've got a knife in their hand, so that's where it ends, and it makes the audience keep wanting to know more. For the costumes, it would just be everyday clothes and police uniform and priest outfit, because I used to be a priest. I don't know where I would do it though, because it depends what church would let me do it. And for the props, it would be just fake blood and police tape for the murder scene, and then knife and blood covered cop for the murder. And that's it.
Have you seen, there's a film that you need to watch from, I think it's from the 60s or early 70s, called Don't Look Now.
Oh yes, all of that.
Which, yeah, is very weird, but the theme of red and a little girl wearing red is throughout.
That's
Particularly
right.
the opening sequence. You looked at it, have
Yeah.
you? Yeah, that's a brilliant one. I like that idea, as long as it doesn't become too fairy tale or too off character, off genre. So yeah, it needs to still be a thriller,
Yeah.
but I reckon you could do that. And what do people reckon about bringing it up to the modern day or keeping it traditional? What do you think?
I prefer it.
I like it. I like the idea of having it modern day.
That's helpful.
So we've got a
Sorry.
difference in opinion.
I think it would be easier probably for yourself if you could make it to make it modern, but then again it would look really effective if it was old fashioned.
Yeah, if you've
So
got
the
one
red
of those.
coat is like quite old fashioned, but it's quite modern as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought it would be easy. And then
Maybe you wouldn't need to particularly specify if you're using the locations that are old fashioned anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that. I think the first idea is the one you want to go with, isn't it? Gentlemen, what have you got to say about it? Any sort of feedback about it? What do you think?
I'd say the traditional idea is definitely, it would add more to the atmosphere, and you'd feel, I don't know, I'd feel like it was more tense and it made it feel more on edge.
Yeah. I also think, because you're only producing the opening of a film, the idea with the red and a signifier for the type of exercise that we're doing, which is of course to show the examiner that we know how to put these kinds of things into film and create our own, that would be a really good one to do. Because it's quite a simple, effective way of creating some clues for the audience to kind of see throughout the film. You've not got to make the whole film, so you've not got to worry about that. But I think that would be a good idea. Anything else over there?
I think if it was newer, it'd be closer to home to the audience. That people could think, well, actually, this could potentially happen, even though it's really absurd and wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But they still have that thing in their mind saying, oh, this could happen.
But I
Well,
think
could it be? I mean, you've said like a psychological thriller. So maybe, I mean, we're not suggesting the shoes are sort of magical or got a curse on them. It's in her mind that they have, maybe. That brings in a more modern sort of like, I don't know, psychological feel to it rather than just...
So I was going to film her
Magic.
tapping her feet a lot and just keep cutting between going to her tapping her feet and getting faster.
Yeah.
To show that it's like possession.
Possession, but
That's
also
what-
I wonder if it should be more about perhaps her madness, her kind of mental sort of
Maybe
fragility
it's
or
mental.
something. But I do like the idea. Anybody got anything else to say then before?
I really like the idea.
I really like the
yeah,
idea.
it's a
different.
really unique idea.
It's a
Yeah,
good idea.
it's good.